OBS is a piece of garbage and deserves to die in all the fires. Every single one of them. Because apparently, it can't figure out crap! As usual. And it's being stupid, as usual. And now, because of it being stupid and bullcrap, I have an almost 60-second delay. So OBS is being a complete piece of shit today, and it's... And I do apologize if I sound a bit hoarse, and I sound more than a little angry, considering I am more than a little angry at this garbage. But I'm more than a little angry, and I'm more than a little frustrated. Because I've had to log out of Streamlabs 3 times to figure this crap out. Until eventually I just said, screw it, and I'll have to add this to the playlist in post. Because Streamlabs is being a stupid piece of shit today. That or YouTube's being a stupid piece of shit today. Because I haven't gotten any notifications as to why issues are being issues. But issues are being issues. And I'm more than a little frustrated right now. And I'm more than a little angry. Considering Streamlabs decided to be... It's either a fault on YouTube's part or it's a fault on Streamlabs' part. Either way, I'm angry and frustrated. Considering I had to delete the scheduled stream, meaning most of you won't see this one. If you see it at all. Because it's not scheduled, and I had to delete the scheduled one to try and fix this issue. Only to realize there was no fixing this issue. And I just had to start from scratch, considering scheduled streams aren't allowed to be a thing anymore. Because... So, yes, I'm more than angry. I'm more than a little frustrated, considering I have been trying to figure this out for almost the past hour. And it's being retarded! And now I can't say that word, and I shouldn't say that word, but it is. And I don't mean to be frustrated, I don't mean to be angry, I just am at this point. So excuse me if I'm not in a very amicable mood. Today. Because I am extremely frustrated. And none of you are going to be able to see this anyway. So, woo! But I'm more than a little angry, and I'm more than a little frustrated because Streamlabs was being stupid today. So incredibly stupid. And it's either a fault of Streamlabs or it's a fault of YouTube. Either or. Hey, Joe. I'm sorry if I sound angry and frustrated today. I am angry and frustrated today because Streamlabs or YouTube decided to be a piece of garbage today. And I had to delete the scheduled stream to try and figure out the issue, only to realize that wasn't the issue. Or you just can't schedule streams from YouTube anymore, and OBS won't accept them. I had to relog twice, and that didn't fix the issue. And I have just been having a terrible, rotten day of it so far. And am not having the best time of it. I know. I know. I didn't mean to be aggravated, angry and frustrated and aggravated. It's just. It's just OBS being either OBS or YouTube's fault. Considering apparently you can't play scheduled streams from YouTube anymore. Or it's OBS's fault. Either way, I'm frustrated. I'm just angry and frustrated at this point. And this is just it's making me angry. It's made me angry. Yeah. Really wish it didn't, but it does. Considering this hasn't been an issue in the past, so either Streamlabs, there's something going on with Streamlabs, there's something going on with YouTube. Hold on, just give me a minute. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm back. And I'm no longer angry or frustrated. I'm just fine. Okay. I'm good. I'm better now. I'm better. To an extent. But if this does this again for tomorrow's stream, I think I'm gonna have to send a very bad an email to YouTube or an email to Streamlabs and tell them issues have occurred, basically. But I'm going to have to figure out, because if it's just accepting scheduled streams on YouTube side of things, from YouTube side of things, and that's why, I'll just have to, it's not just me that's having the issue, but if it's just me, but if it's not just me having the issue, then they're going to have problems on their hands here in a minute. But if it is just me, then it is just me, and meh. Wouldn't be the first time I've had issues with this terrible program. Won't be the last either. Activate Whirlbell Dragon's skill. And now... Whirlbell Dragon boosted by what's-his-face? Ervers. Attacks. Another Palladium Zeal Man has in hand. Pretty sure that's his last perfect guard, too. Second to last perfect guard. Activate Whirlbell's skill. But so far, it just seems like it's an issue with scheduled streams from YouTube that it's having an issue with. I don't know why it's decided to have an issue with them, but it has. So, meh. I'll probably only stream till 4, mostly because I'm already drained from being frustrated with the programs not doing what they were supposed to, so I'll probably only stream for an hour or so. Otherwise, though, how have all your days been on this fine Monday afternoon and or evening, or I guess it'd be Tuesday for some of you in the eastern half of the world, and the other Monday or Tuesday or Sunday because time zones. That's good. That's extremely good. It's nice to hear you're all doing all right. And that's not a lie. It is nice to hear you're all doing well. With all the issues going on in the world today. Blaster Blade attacks the Vanguard. Blaster Blade the Vanguard, boosted by Knight of Old Faith Cordelia, attacks the Vanguard. Lastly, Blaster Dark attacks the Vanguard. Speaking of Blaster Dark, I still find it weird that Yuki had Blaster Dark, had Blaster Javelin and Blaster Dark in her line for her Vanguard. I find that incredibly weird. But it's gonna be like that, huh? It's gonna be like that. You're gonna be punching my rear guard. Ride, Majesty Lord Blaster. Call Blaster Blade to rear guard. There is no grade 2s, so punch the rear guard. You two tag team and punch the Vanguard. And now Majesty Lord Blaster, boosted by Knight of Old Faith Cordelia, attacks. Okay, I got a Persona Ride next turn. That's nice. And that's a flop trigger. Blaster Blade, boosted by Blaster Dark, attacks the Vanguard. No guard. No. I think I'll wait to activate Cordelia's skill again until I have 2 Blaster Blades permanently in 2 Blaster Darks and 2 Blaster Blades permanently in Soul. Blaster Blade, boosted by Blaster Dark, attacks. Blaster Dark, boosted by Blaster Blade, attacks. Lastly, Majesty Lord Blaster, boosted by Knight of Old Faith Cordelia, attacks. I move Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark into the Soul. 20,000 as the start. Oh yeah, you can punch rear guard. You can shoot rear guards, I'm pretty sure. Guard, you're not getting through that. Guard, you're not getting through that one either. I call Ordeal Dragon to the left. I'll move Blaster Dark up and call Blade Feather Dragon to rear guard. Blade Feather boosts Blaster Dark in an assault on the Vanguard. Blade Feather's skill. Move Blade Feather into the soul and give all the points to Majesty Lord Blaster. Next, Ordeal Dragon, boosted by Blaster Blade, attacks the Vanguard. Ordeal Dragon gets moved into the soul, and I get to add another Majesty Lord Blaster to my hand. Next, Majesty Lord Blaster, boosted by Knight of Old Faith Cordelia, attacks Majesty Lord Blaster's skill, moving Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark into the soul. Good news! I can now use Cordelia's skill without worry about Majesty Lord Blaster losing 10k. Losing that extra 20k with him being on the field. Blaster Blade boosts Majesty Blaster Dark boosts Blaster Blade and assault on the Vanguard. Perfect guard, drop Cordelia. I'll guard that with Ordeal Dragon. Mr. wants to punch my rear guard. I guard with Invigorator Sage. Ride. Majesty Lord Blaster. Next, I call Blaster Javelin. And Blaster Blade. Now, Blaster Blade boosted by Blaster Dark attacks the Vanguard. Blaster Javelin boosted by Blaster Blade attacks the Vanguard. Majesty Lord Blaster boosted by Knight of Old Faith Cordelia attacks Majesty Lord Blaster's skill, moving Blaster Blade into the soul, along with Blaster Dark. Nice, drew an over trigger. Yep, over trigger. And he pulled crit trigger. He pulled fucking crit trigger, of course he did. He pulled double crit trigger. Of course he did. So I lose, no matter what. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. Yeah, I lose no matter what, because fuck you. I lose because bullshit double crit trigger. But how are you doing, Metal? I should have kept Frida in hand. Oh well. Call Emmeline. Emmeline's skill, Soul Blast Marin. Call Blaster Javelin to rear guard. Blaster Dark, boosted by Blaster Javelin attacks. Emmeline's skill. Blaster Blade the Vanguard attacks the Vanguard. Emmeline's skill triggers again. Give the power to Emmeline. Now, Emmeline attacks the Vanguard. No guard. Why does he constantly get the crit triggers? How many damn crit triggers does he have in his deck? Considering I haven't seen any front triggers, I've only seen crit triggers. So no front, only heal, draw, and crit triggers. So 7 crit triggers. Meh, Emmeline can fight it temporarily. I have more copies of her in deck, so it's not a big deal. Ride, Majesty Lord Blaster. Call, Knight of Old Faith Cordelia to rear guard. Call Blaster Blade. Blaster Blade attacks the Vanguard. Blaster Dark, boosted by Blaster Javelin, attacks the Vanguard. Majesty Lord Blaster, attack boosted by Knight of Old Faith Cordelia, attacks the Vanguard. Majesty Lord Blaster's skill. Move Blaster Blade into the soul along with Blaster Dark, giving Majesty Lord Blaster double crit trigger. A heal trigger and Mugain. Activate Knight of Old Faith Cordelia's skill, Superior Calling, Blaster Blade, and Blaster Dark. Activating Blaster Dark skill, retiring Blaster Javelin. To send I cannot activate Blaster Blade's skill because it would just fizzle out. Send Lathia to the drop zone. Blaster Blade attacks the Vanguard. You're going to make multiple attempts to punch Blaster Blade, aren't you? No guard. Yep. Guard with Mugain. Guard with you. All right. And another Mugain. That's not great. I call Blaster Javelin to rear guard. Blaster Javelin attacks the rear guard. Blaster Blade boosted by Blaster Dark attacks the Vanguard. Blaster Blade boosted by Knight of Old Faith. Cordelia attacks. Masculine Blaster skill activates, moving Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark into the soul. And why is it you have so many perfect guards? Second check. Third check. Retire Blaster Javelin. Send the last one of the weeds to the drop zone off the field. And Blaster Blade, boosted by Blaster Dark, attacks the Vanguard. No, he'll trigger Chicanery. No, he'll trigger Chicanery. Goodbye, Rosette. Yeah, because I can't do it the way I normally do it, there's delay. There's a lot more delay than there usually is when I stream. I ride Red River Dragoon. Draw, and then I call Spark Spike Dragon to rear guard along with Rising Phoenix. Spark Spike skill gives Rising Phoenix a boost due to it being an Arakami unit. Spark Spike boosts Rising Phoenix in an assault on the Vanguard. Heat Lightning Cannon. Now Red River Dragoon attacks the Vanguard. No guard. No guard. No guard. Ride Red River. Thunderstorm Dragoon. Add Standing Thunderbolt to hand. Eternal Thunderbolt to hand. Call another Thunderstorm Dragoon. Along with Desolate Spark Dragon. Desolate Spark, boosted by Rising Phoenix, attacks the Vanguard. Thunderstorm Dragoon attacks the Vanguard. Check. Reveal Flame Strike Dragon. Punch the rear guard. Guard. Guard and intercept. Guard. Of course. Will you pull a second trigger, though? You will not. Thunderstorm Dragoon's skill. Add another Draconic Kaiser Vermilion to hand. Call Draconic Death Scythe. Activate Standing Thunderbolt from my drop zone. Draw one, thanks to the energy. And activate Draconic Kaiser Vermilion's skill, Counterblast 1. Give the boost to Thunderstorm Dragoon and Vermilion. Alright. Draconic Kaiser Vermilion, attack Knight of Friendship K. And Magic of Appreciation, Nana Full. Along with the Vanguard. Give the critical to Kaiser and the power to Death Scythe. Kaiser Vermilion skill activates. Check one more damage. Thunderstorm Dragoon attacks the Vanguard. Draconic Death Scythe, boosted by Rising Phoenix, attacks the Vanguard. Draconic Death Scythe skill, Counter Blast 2, Soul Blast 2. To bind Bedbeer.
Vangaurd 攻撃
No guard.
ダメージチェック Vangaurd 攻撃
I don't guard.
ダメージチェック能力発動 Vangaurd 攻撃
Twin Buckler. Perfect guards that.
ドライブチェックオーバートリガーパワープラス能力発動 ターン終了私のターンドロー
Persona Ride. Stand! Draconic Kaiser Vermilion. Activate Kaiser Vermilion's skill. Give power to Vermilion and Rising Phoenix. Move Rising Phoenix up. Call Spark Spike to rear guard. Play Eternal Thunderbolt. Draconic Kaiser Vermilion, attack. Knight of Demolition, Meridu, and Divine Sister,
アタック
Faceta.
ドライブチェックフロントトリガーパワープラス
First check.
ドライブチェック
Second check.
被害甚大被害甚大被害甚大ダメージチェック 私は負けない
All right, before I end stream, let's do some let's do some shopping.
どのパックを購入するんだ？
Divine's booster set 1, Faded Clash. Let's get some more of that. Impale Horn Dragon. Strong Arm Conversion, Strong Lemurs. Ah, got a Faded One of Miracles. Rizale. A Dragritter Fall Heart. 2 more Biscottis. 2 Swing Bee Dragons. 1 more Virile Core Dragon. Velno Capo Regime Arifis. Direful Doll Providenza. Empale Horn, Dragritter Yumna. Keen Prodigy Yuzuan. Gravidia Madler. Sunbathing Dragon. Desire Devil Arakafra, or however you say that. Bullet of Creation Pansmeria. Knight of Beauty, of Gentle Beauty Nobia. Sea Rumble Shooter, Sylvan Horned Beast Von Spotty. Strafe Command Dragon, another Swing Bee, another Virile Core, Connection Hunter Severin, Sylvan Beast Ilkwyn, another Impale Horn, Spring Bullet of Duststorm Glennis, Desire Devil Gojo. Is that Gojo? It's basically a Desire Devil Armadillo. Or it's a Desire Devil Pangolin. Either or. Bearer of Interstellar Extinction. Blitz Customer Support Curdy. Dire Doll Liberata. Extreme Satellite Weaponry Urethane. Gigantic Masher. Direful Doll Androld. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. It's been an hour, and I'm just drained from being frustrated with all the things that occurred today. Otherwise, though, I will try and do a stream tomorrow if I'm not busy. And it will be at 2. Otherwise, though, I'm going to try and figure out what the heck's wrong with Streamlabs or whatever. Until then, though, this has been Mortal Game 89. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.